Hi there, welcome to my channel, Aqualuna73. I'm going to do a batch of divine male and divine female readings before I start with my other batch of readings, which are the general readings. Okay, I'm going to incorporate my Tibetan bowl just to cleanse the energy. I always pre-shuffle all the cards and I'm going to shuffle it again. I'm going to use the Karma Music Tarot deck. Everything that applies to all the other readings applies here, so you still have to get your birth chart calculated. You may not deal, sorry, this is a divine male and divine female reading, water signs, okay? So all water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, divine male and divine female, this is for you. This energy could be yours or the person that you're dealing with. You may not even be in contact with this person. You may not even be in a relationship with this person. But we all know in the esoteric world that there are energy cords and this attaches us to people. Okay, so anyway, let's just start the reading. Let's just start the reading by cleansing the energy first. Okay, I'm just wiping off Luna's pity. I don't know how the pity he comes up to the, I suppose it flies through the air and lands here on the table. Anyway, let's start. Okay, that should be sufficient. I apologize for any background noise that might filter through. If there's any interference, okay, it's the wind. The wind has been blowing extremely, like to the extreme. Okay, we live in Cape Town and usually everybody knows what it's like when the wind picks up. So it gets very extreme in Cape Town when it comes to the weather sometimes, as well as the wind, especially the wind. We all know the Cape Doctor. Anyway, let's just start the reading. Universe, what do you want to allow to come through for water signs today? Water signs for water signs, divine male and divine female. I can dust every single day, but somehow Luna's he always lands up on top of this dressing table, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know exactly, but it's a dresser with cupboards, which I used to do my readings on. Antique one. Anyway, let's just start the reading, universe. What do you want to allow to come through for water signs today? Water signs, divine male and divine female readings for all water signs. What messages do you want to allow to come through? Divine male and divine female water signs. Bottom of the deck is the 8 of coins. Eight of Coins is at the bottom of the deck. Eight of Coins in the original tarot deck is a man that works on his coins or works on a skill. She's also working on a skill, but this is a musical skill. She's learning how to beat the drums, okay? She is learning how to beat the drums, or how to become capable at beating the drums. Okay. It's just, should I do this or this? I'm going to use this. I don't like this because of the wording is so vague. I wouldn't say I don't like it. I do. It's just explanations are too vague, and you constantly have to return to the booklet. Okay, so universe, give me a clear and concise overall message for the divine male, divine female water signs, please. Okay. Divine male, divine female water signs. What do you want to allow to come through? Overall message. Divine male, divine female water signs. Universe. What do you want to allow to come through? Overall message. Energy of love. Energy of love. Okay, energy of love. Behold the world through the eyes of love. Behold the world through the eyes of love. Okay. I think we should go just look at the booklet anyway and see what it says here about energy of love. Behold the world through the eyes of love. Impoverished is the one who identifies the beloved with trade. Destitute is the one who wants the beloved for status or as a sign of affluence. Foolish is the one who wants to keep the beloved only for the self. Sometimes I feel like the universe has this ability to just guide me intuitively. I was supposed to use this deck, that's why it's lying here, that's why it's lying here. But I just instinctively grabbed for this deck. And even though people may not agree with me on certain things regarding instincts or intuitive nudgings, etc., like a gut feeling, I always feel your gut is something that you have to trust, you have to learn to hone it, you have to learn to develop it. I also feel that this is something that we as women, because we are the creators, okay, of life, we have the ability to be in tune with that part of ourselves more than a man would be, okay. This is not discriminating against men, it's just how we are genetically, or I don't want to say genetically only, but how we were possibly mentally and psychologically molded, as well as genetically molded, etc. Okay, this is just an explanation or my own version. But anyway, it comes across that I might be talking to someone that might still be in the processes of learning how to handle relationships and the opposite sex when it comes to being in intimate relationships, okay. I feel this person comes from experience where they possibly experienced at the hands of someone else pain, or they could have done something to someone in the past in a relationship, and this thing didn't work out and they were to blame for it. Okay, stuff like that happens all the time. When it comes to breakups, etc. So with the Eight of Coins, it's almost like this person is still learning this. They're still working on this. It's like a work in progress, basically. This is like a work in progress. Somebody that's in the processes of still learning how to navigate things regarding relationships. It may not be that this person might be new to relationships. I don't feel like this person is new to relationships. Okay. Let's just start the reading. And I read this poem here to you, okay? Impoverished is the one who identifies the beloved with trade. Destitute is the one who wants the beloved for status or as a sign of affluence. Foolish is the one who wants to keep the beloved only for the self. Okay, I'm going to be honest here, okay? This is a divine male and a divine female reading. So this boils down to intimate connection between a male and a female. Okay, and when I look at this poem and I look at this card, what's coming through intuitively, and I cannot fight what's coming intuitively. Okay, so I have to talk about this. The first one says impoverished is the one who identifies the beloved with trade. In many relationships, okay, many relationships, men always want to negotiate regarding something, whether it's sex, whether it's I feel this is something that a lot of men make themselves guilty of, is where they negotiate sexual exchange with a woman for favors or certain things like, okay, if we have sex, I will do this for you or do that for you. It doesn't even have to be in the form of money, okay? So, I don't know who I'm talking to, okay? I don't know who I'm talking to, so I could be speaking to someone who's learning or unlearning certain aspects as to how they approach relationships and how they see certain things in a relationship, okay? So impoverished is the one who identifies the beloved with trade. It's almost like the universe wants to tell you that with this specific statement, it almost comes across as a negotiation of some kind and a person negotiating with someone else about sexual exchange, okay? Possibly sexual exchange regarding in a relationship. It's almost like this person that I'm speaking to, divine male or divine female, feels it's okay to buy things, buy a person. It comes across as if this person feels that if they constantly give someone things, it will, it's almost it's almost like this person thinks that if they constantly give this person things or buys them things, etc., it will automatically make them, it's something regarding sex. I just don't know how to express this. But this is something that happens in a lot of marriages, okay, or in a lot of relationships where sex becomes something that people trade. That's just something that happens. And it's almost like, okay, I want to try to articulate myself. I even took off my glasses. Oh my God, I don't know how to express this because I don't know how to explain this to you. It's almost like when people are in a relationship, it could be a long-term relationship and these people could be together for a very long time. Sex becomes eventually almost like a chore. There, okay, I think I'm getting to it now. Okay, in some instances, in some marriages, sex becomes a chore for some women. They feel it's an obligation and something that they have to do. So this is where it boils down to. Aries is the one who identifies the beloved with trade. And eventually, the man will start doing stuff just in order for the spouse or her spouse to have sex with him, okay? It starts to become a trade, in other words. In other words, you start buying that person in order for them to have sex with you, and sex isn't at the end of the, it's just sex. It's not making love, it's just sex. It's not an intimate uh it's not an intimate connection in the sense that two people actually are together because they want to be together and they are attracted to each other and they want to be in a relationship with each other, okay? It becomes a barter, in other words. I give you this and I will give you that because you need, you understand where I'm going with this, okay? This is the first part. And universe, with the energy of love, it says you behold the world through these cycles. This behold the world through the eyes of love. And like I said in my previously readings, love is creating understanding for things. And this is what you need to do, divine male, divine female. You need to create understanding for these things. Okay? Sex shouldn't be bartering. Sex isn't something that should be bought from someone. It should be a conscious choice. I want to do this with you. I want to be with you in that way, in an intimate way, okay? There should not be any bartering regarding this, like it says here with trade. The next part says the destitute is the one who wants the beloved for status or as a sign of influence. Many men, when they look at a woman, they fall for a woman for her looks, okay, for the way she looks. They also look for someone that they're going to spend the rest of their life with, but they have certain attributes that they want in a woman. Okay, for instance, she has to come from a good family. Her background has to be perfect. Is she educated? Is she self-sufficient? Is she independent? Is she this? Is she that? And they say that women have high standards, but men also do have high standards. Okay, so why get angry at a woman if they have high standards and a man also has high standards? So you don't, I'm not angry at this. I think it's a good thing because we also want to find someone that's compatible for us, okay? So what it basically boils down to, this statement, it says destitute is the one who wants to be loved for status or as a sign of influence. You remember that I think it's a nine of cups, where this man sits in front of trophies. And I said this is a man that's uh, he is proud of his accomplishments. So you shouldn't see the beloved like that. Okay, she looks good on my arm. She's beautiful. She's attractive. She has a nice body. She has nice hair. She has a beautiful face. She has a nice nose, etc. She comes from a good family. So basically, you're just marrying this person, or you are just with this person because this person is a good status symbol to you. Because this person boosts your ego in the sense that, okay, she looks good on my arm and she's going to make me look good in the world, basically. Okay, it should be more than that. Last one, foolish is the one who wants to keep the beloved only for himself. No one is your prisoner, and you have no right to impose your thinking, your doing, and your desires and wants on a person. Okay, if you want something, that person also needs to want the same thing that you want, which makes it consensual. Okay, if something is consensual, then you have something that's going to work. But if it just comes from one side, it's never going to work. Okay, so you should not be selfish with this person's time. You should not be selfish with this person's energy. We should allow each other, not allow. Okay, allowing someone is like you still controlling this person, but this person should feel that they have the freedom to be themselves. Okay, you should not be, you should not have the desire to control this person. Okay, I think in some instances when people are in a relationship, they make certain types of promises to each other, and they find difficulty. For instance, two people come together, they make a promise that they will stay true to each other, but the one person in the back of his mind says to himself, you know what, I'm not sure about this, I think I should go into an open relationship and not an exclusive relationship. And at the end of the day, this person stays in this relationship, and they know they're not a person that can stay with one person. Okay, and they know that they are not capable of doing this, but they still force themselves because society, okay, forces this man or this woman in a single relationship. Okay, so at the end of this day, this person starts cheating because they force themselves, because society subconsciously forced them into this a box, basically. This is what it boils down to. So, foolish is the one who wants to keep the beloved only for themselves. This is something that you should both want. Being exclusive in a relationship, you should discuss these things in advance with the person and tell them, okay, if we are going to be in a relationship, it's just going to be the two of us. I haven't even started with the reading yet. Okay, so I'm going to start with the reading. I'm going to stop this and then start with the reading. So this is something that both people should agree on from the very get-go. This is something that they should agree on. Okay, and if you establish these things in advance when you start off a relationship with someone, you shouldn't have problems in the end. If you know yourself and you know you are not capable to be in an exclusive relationship with one person for a very long time or until death do you part, do not go into a relationship. People's emotions are not something that you meddle with. Okay, you don't do something and afterwards you decide, okay, I don't want this anymore. It's not how things work. If you commit yourself, you commit yourself, and this is a promise that you made to that person, and you cannot just willy-nilly decide, okay, I don't want this. um because it's something, especially when it comes to relationship, you shouldn't just do it just for the sake of doing it, because you're dealing, this is the responsibility that people need to take. Okay, and be honest and open from the very get-go about these things, and this should avoid a lot of issues at the end of the day. Okay, I'm going to stop this now, and then I'm going to start with the reading.